Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Serenity Resource Connector. It is third Thursday, and we are in another episode of the Year of Early Childhood Development. Last episode, we talked about PDI, that's Professional Development Institute 2021. And we had Lorian from ECC sharing some background information on what this PDI is all about. We had presenters sharing their perspective as to what happened in 2021. We also had uh, an early childhood practitioner sharing, along with a parent, sharing their individual perspective, their takeaway from PDI 2021. And Glory did share some of the things we are to expect for PDI 2022. Well, today marks the end of day 4 out of the 5 days of PDI 2022. And so on this episode, we are going to check in to see how it has been going, if things have been going according to plan. And so we're going to have another representative from the Early Childhood Commission coming to share with us, as well as two presenters, PDI presenters, one from the Bahamas and one from right here in Jamaica. And we also have a teacher that's going to be sharing with us on this episode. So I am going to bring on Nicole. Welcome to the Serenity Resource Connector space. This is your first time, is it?
Indeed, my first time. Thank
Oh,
you for the warm welcome. But I know the representatives from ECC, they did fabulous every third week of the month.
indeed. And I started this little thing. We are family. All
Yes,
right.
indeed. And the partnership continues and the support continues.
Awesome. Yes, it will. All right. So let me share a little bit about Nicole with our viewers. So Nicole serves as the Training and Development Manager at the Early Childhood Commission right here in Jamaica. She has been an early childhood educator for over 20 years and is very passionate about early childhood care and development. She holds a master's degree in early childhood development and leadership, a bachelor's degree, and a teaching diploma in early childhood education. She believes that if a child can't learn the way we teach, maybe we should teach them the way they learn. And that's Ignacio Estrada. Did I get that right?
Definitely. So, in fact, if you cut me, you will see early childhood written. It's my passion, it's my love.
Amazing.
Yes,
I love when people were passionate about their field share. All right.
yes,
So you're
indeed.
going to passionately share the background of PDI 2022. I've been seeing the highlights, and you all seem to be having fun with
Yeah,
it with the
and
people.
we have been tweeting and we have been going crazy, crazy things happening this week since Monday, May 16th. But we wanted to know why we wanted to have the Professional Development Institute. We wanted to provide that support for our early childhood practitioners, our parents, all EC stakeholders. We want to continue the objectives, continue the technology agenda in order to address the technological gaps in the early childhood sector. We definitely wanted to equip our professionals with those knowledge and skills to be successful in every single thing in their roles within the early childhood sector. And we want to continue facilitate the discussions on current trends. Just as we have our panelist, Theresa, want to know what's happening in Bahamas. We want to know what's happening in the other country. And we want to strengthen that partnerships between our regional and international partners. So we started Monday with excitement. We started with our opening ceremony. Full. We had
Wow.
over 16,000 views between Monday and Tuesday. Excitement happening at ECC. Every time we talk about ECC's excitement,
Indeed.
we think about children, it's excitement and fun. So we
Indeed.
started with our, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just
Okay,
endorsing that
wonderful.
excitement
We
going
started
on.
with our official opening of the PDI on Monday. We had our greetings from our special invited guests. We had our keynote speaker. Our executive director gave us a report on PDI 2021. And then we had our cultural items. And of course, we recognized our children, we recognized our parents, and they were awarded in the afternoon. So you see, ECC is full of excitement and support.
Indeed. And it's interesting you mentioned a cultural segment because we have a culture corner now on the Serenity Resource Connector.
Wow,
On a
impressive.
partnership with JCDC.
Ah,
Yes,
nice, nice,
yes.
nice.
So some great things going on here, and I'm just here
Yeah.
for it.
Yes, and you know, Tuesday was full of excitement. So that on Tuesday we had our workshop sessions and we started with our plenary sessions. But let me tell you, we had 7 tracks. You see how ambitious we are? We definitely had 7 tracks. We talked to the parents. So we had track 1 discussing parenting activities, track 2 early learning and care, track 3 stream. Stream means science, technology, um, reading, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And that's my love, you know. I
Wow,
don't understand how come I can't remember. And then transitioning, focusing on how children transition from each age group, each class, up to grade 1. And then we talk about technology. We need that support. The teachers need the supporting technology. Since the
yeah,
pandemic, hey, we need to support our teachers. And of course, leadership is critical. And
indeed.
advocacy. How are we going to advocate? So we had a lot of things, a lot of sessions focusing on those areas. And of course, we had the expertise.
Oh, yes.
It was indeed fun.
Amazing. All right. So, as you mentioned, expertise, that's a signal to bring in Theresa and Rochelle. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Welcome. Welcome to
Welcome,
Jamaica, Theresa.
welcome to my other
Virtually,
home.
of course. Amazing. All right. So, let me introduce you all to these lovely ladies. So, Theresa Hunter is a proud graduate of the University of the Bahamas and Barry University. She holds a master's degree in leadership and learning with a bachelor's degree in teacher education at the primary level. Her research interest includes, but is not limited to, transformational leadership and early childhood development. She is a passionate educator of 29 years, a former principal, master trainer, coach, teacher, and mentor in the field of early childhood development. Presently, she serves as an education officer at pre primary level with responsibilities for supervision of the government preschool instructional program, professional development procurement, curriculum development, and instruction. Wow, that's an extensive portfolio there, Teresa. She
Mhm.
has facilitated numerous professional development sessions both nationally and internationally. She serves as an internal moderator for teaching practice at the University of the Bahamas and is also employed as an adjunct faculty at the Bahamas Baptist College University. Through the years, Ms. Hunter has demonstrated a heart of compassion for teachers and serves as an advocate for the development and execution of a high quality early childhood program in the Bahamas. Her guiding quote is, anything you do it with passion or not at all. Love it. Let's learn a little more about Rochelle. So, Rochelle Williams is currently a lecturer at Chartwood Teachers College in Early Childhood Education and Development. She holds a master's degree with distinction in curriculum development and a bachelor's degree and teaching diploma in early childhood education. Ms. Williams has had over 10 years of experience working with young children, their parents, as well as pre and in service teachers. She is mother to a wonderful 20 months old. Welcome again, ladies, to the Serenity Resource Connector space, and more specifically, the Year of Early Childhood Development series. All right, so let's get right into because there's so many exciting things that I want to hear about. Since I wasn't there, you're gonna have to bring me into what took place at PDI 2022 from Monday until now. So, how relevant do you think PDI is? Starting with you, Rochelle, and then we bring Teresa in.
All right, thank you so much. Again, thank you for having me. It's
Pleasure.
indeed an honor. So, when you think of PDI 2022, I remember my first PDI was face to face at Jamaica, not Jamaica Conference Center in Montego Bay. I remember its correct name. And it was just absolutely wonderful just to see all the educators from just all over Jamaica coming together in one space, all for the benefit of our nation's children. And so I could see the buzz, still can see the buzz, albeit virtual, where the educators, they're all excited about the PDI. And it is very relevant. When I look at all the 7 tracks, I was like amazed to see just how wide, of a coverage it was. And I believe the practitioners have benefited much from all the array of presenters and topics that have been purposefully planned for them.
Who does again? ECC. Let's hear from you, Teresa. What do you think?
Once
Relevant?
again, very relevant. Once again, thank you for hosting me, for having me. It was
Pleasure.
timely and current because the topics that were discussed were relevant and needed not only in Jamaica but also in the Bahamas. I was just picking it up, And so
All
now I have
right.
my bosses. Now we're gonna go back and watch those videos and stuff and see how well we can apply it to our early childhood program and also to our education system. Also, the information gained that we can use here in the Bahamas to enhance our parents. I love the parents, the all of the first 1,000 days. Listen, I took notes. I took notes. We got a lot of collaboration to do.
Love
We
that.
can enhance the students and teachers' quality. Okay. Also, the information that I gain can also we can share with other educational officials in the Bahamas that we can use. We teeth in to enhance the quality of our education program in the Bahamas. Okay, and also what I really liked was the information that we gained. Most importantly, can be used to further develop 21st century academic skills, critical knowledge, and the reasoning skills of our students. Okay, and also it propels me to develop a partnership with ECC because I see so much things that we can do together. We can feed off each other, like teamwork. I have some things that you can learn, and you have some things that I get teach or learn. Okay, so I really enjoyed it. It's really nice. It's really relevant.
All right. Amazing. I love that. I love that. Because we love to share, here in Jamaica.
Mm.
All right, let me pause to welcome our live viewers, Leslie Thompson, Sakita Thomas, Millicent Johnson. I'm sure I've seen Millicent Johnson on almost every month since we have started. Sir Thompson every week, Sakita Thomas every week. Thank you so much for your support here on the Serenity Resource Connector. Always a pleasure to have you. All right. And for the parents, the teachers, practitioners, and all that have been joining the PDI 2022 throughout the week, please go ahead and share your comments, your feedback, so that we can hear what you have been learning there. All right. Awesome. All right. Let's continue with the discussion. So, what would you say then has been the impact of PDI on teacher quality? Because that was the whole objective in terms of improving teacher quality for and ultimately children outcome, because that's why we're doing it all, right? To improve the income for our children. So share in terms of the objectives of PDI 2022. What's the impact been like? What would you say the impact has been like?
That question is for Nicole.
Ah,
Well, since our PDI, the execution and implementation of the Professional Development Institute, we have seen progress. We want to see that whatever content, the rich content, whatever strategies that the teacher learned during the sessions, they are able to apply and implement, because that's what we want to see. We want to see better child outcome. We want to see that the children fine motor skills are developed more, their gross motor skills, their language skills, their vocabulary are increased, the socio-emotional, because when we plan the content or the program for the PDI, we thought about the entire child. That's why parenting is at track one, because we have to start with the parenting. And then
right.
the parents do not just stay in parenting, because they get a chance to look at the schedule and, oh, that topic interests me, so let me go to that topic because it applies to my personal experiences. So we want to see that, we think about the entire child, we want to see that greater development. Children are able to apply themselves in every situation. So we
Right.
want, and when we do our curriculum sessions, when the development officers go in and do their classroom observational tools, we are seeing an impact, especially with our inspection report. So we have a plan, and we have our national strategic plan. So we want to see better child outcome.
All right, fantastic. And think this is a great point at which to bring in Shireen Fletcher. So let's bring in Shireen Fletcher, who is one of those teachers who will be going out there to impact our young ones. Shireen Fletcher is a teacher at Giptown Basic School over there in Zone 43, Region 7. Welcome to the Serenity Resource Connector, Shireen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to
Awesome.
say good night, everybody.
Great night.
Hi.
Yes. Good
I
night.
want to
Yes.
say that I love PDI. I
Ah.
love PDI. I came on and I'm just like a child in a candy store going from one place to the other. I just wanted to hear everything that was being said. I wanted to hear the
Wow.
presenters. I wanted to hear what they had to say. And I'm taking my notes and I can't keep my, I can't, I'm just all over the place. It has been, or it is still a wonderful, a very wonderful program. And I want to say, PDI, you outdo yourself. You outdo yourself. You did well. And I'm sure my colleagues and other teachers are just happy that are a part of this program, that we are all a part of it. And I just want to say, keep up the good job. Keep on doing what you're doing. You know.
Amazing. I can hear the excitement.
Yes.
Sherry. Yes, thank you. Like a kid in a candy store. I can imagine
Yes.
when I saw all those tracks and the good stuff that's taking place. Of course, you want to know what's going on in the
Yes.
other areas, right?
Yes.
Amazing. All right. Thank you. Great evening to you all. Welcome, Shakira, Sophia, Stuart. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. All right. So we are having conversation with Nicole Morgan from the ECC, Rochelle, Teresa. Rochelle is a PDI presenter right here in Jamaica. Teresa, PDI presenter from the Bahamas. That's the beauty about technology. And Teresa shared
Mm-hmm.
earlier all the good stuff that she's been learning that she'll be going back to implement in the school system in Bahamas. And we are really excited about that. Shireen just shared her excitement about what has been going on at PDI 2022. And she's a teacher. It's in Clarendon. Is it Clarendon, Shireen?
Yes, Miss, in
All
Clarendon.
all right. I need to locate where exactly Gibtown is.
It's
That
in Water Lane.
Water Lane. Okay, his.
No, you
Not his.
come.
Newtown?
No. Water Lane is going back to Racecourse Inn.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, I have an
Across the
idea now.
bridge going across.
All right. I need to
Yes,
learn more
Miss.
about my parish.
Mhm.
Thank you for that. All right. See, we're learning all sorts of stuff here on the Serenity Resource Connector. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. So we just learned, right, it's Child's Month and tomorrow is Children's Day. So I'm going to share with you one of the highlights of my day today, May 19th. So I went to get my hair done. Yes, this morning, Shades of Elegance in Old Harbor. And the owner, Trisha Reed, she's also the president for the South St. Catherine Chamber of Commerce. So she came in with her 8-year-old son, and I was there having small talk. I love the little ones, you know. So I was there having some small talk with him. No school today, you're out. And he's like, yes. All right. And he warmed up and he walked over to me and he was, are you the lady? I had on my mask. I must make that clear. I had on my mask and he came over. Are you the lady that shares the motivational videos? I said, yes, because I am thinking, because I share the word for today each morning, and I know his mother is on the devotional list. So I just made the connection. That must be what he's talking about. So he's like, I want you to share more. I'm like, really? You like them? He said, yes, I love them. I said, what exactly do you love about them? I love when you talk about kindness and love and all those things. And I was like so amazed. So I said, what else do you like about them? So I want you to continue doing them because I love when you say the word for today. That's so amazing. And I just want to pause to really acknowledge Alex McCullough, 8 years old. 8 years old, and I thought I was speaking to adults only. Each morning I get up and share the devotional. I thought I was connecting with adults. 8 years old, and he was able to share what exactly he likes about the word for today, right? So, Alex, I'm making a public declaration that as long as God grants me breath, I will continue to use my voice to share words of encouragement, of hope, and love for you and all the many others near and far, and continue to say the word for today. Alex, thank you so much for making my day. And I just want to say kudos to Trisha. You're doing a fantastic job. I know parenting is no easy task. Just continue doing what you're doing. And for all the other parents out there, please continue to show them the way. His mother said that when he gets up, he asks, aren't you listening to the word for today? And she'll tell him, oh, I already listened to it. And he wants to hear more of the word for today. Parents, continue to do your part because they are paying attention, and we just have to do what it is that we need to do. And finally, big up to the grade 6 crew over there in Freetown Primary School. I went over for their career day earlier this week, and they wanted to know the name of my YouTube channel. And one young lady came over and said, Miss, I find you. I know your name. So big up to grade 6. This is Deborah Dixon. Thanks for the invitation to share with your grade 6 students. They're in Freetown Primary. Just continue to nurture them as we continue this conversation here on the Serenity Resource Connector, starting with early childhood, because we have to start at this level so that when they get to age 8, like Alex, they're able to express themselves as openly as that. All right. All right. It's one quick moment. Nicole, any quick thought that you want to share?
I
Finally,
must share.
make the switch right.
That's a lovely one of the impact that we want to see. The experience that you just share with the child, being able to be expressive, having a conversation with you, that's the impact that we want from our PDI. We want teachers to learn those skill sets, how to speak to children, how to help them to communicate effectively. So I'm pretty much excited, and I anticipate for the coming years, those are a long-term impact. I must also commend the PDI Planning Committee. They did an excellent job executing. I can't name every single person, but trust me, behind the scene, it's a lot of work. The moderators, engaging, being patient, trust me, they are fantastic. Without that team, I don't know. The candy shop store, the PDI, as you said, Shireen, it is
Okay.
fun. And that's the intent. And I'm pretty much happy and elated on behalf of the team. They feel happy that whatever we planned, it's been executed just as how we imagined. And we're seeing the impact. So I anticipate Shireen going back next week, excited, want to meet with our teachers. Hey, I learned this. I can implement this. Start having meetings with our parents. This is what I want you to do at home. And start implementing and tracking, because as I said, I'm passionate about early childhood, and I love to see when teachers are passionate because they go all out. We want them
Indeed.
to implement. This is rich content, rich experiences from many person, experienced person, experts. You have toddler talk show. I want to share a few topics that we have. Number one, we start every morning with plenary sessions. We have experts, over 3 or 4 persons conversing, talking about different topics. Like for parenting, on Tuesday, they talk about children have rights. Parents have rights too. And they get have the time to talk about what does that mean? How does it impact? Then another day we talk about Down syndrome, but not Down. That's track 2. Stream, the bridge to success. How we can bridge that success. We talk about transitioning, entering daycare, why it's good to prepare for the transition. Of course, technology, take it to them, reshaping our children's development. Then leadership, ethical leadership, building responsiveness. And last but not least, advocating for children with special needs, closing the gap. So, we have basically, I believe we have over 130 presenters. That's a
Wow.
lot. Just think
A
about
whole lot.
executing, organizing, implementing. It is a lot. And I
Indeed.
must tell you, we start planning. Our ED, she already start planning for next
For
year.
next year. I can
Bigger,
just
better.
imagine.
Yes.
All right. So if Shireen felt like a child in a candy shop
Can you
this
imagine
year,
next year?
all right, put on your seatbelt, Shireen, and others. All right. I have to pause to say welcome to my mother. She's here declaring blessings on her daughter. Thanks for joining, moms. And thank you all for the for sharing. This is so cute. Big up Alex. All right. Blessings, rich and relevant. Very good. All right. We have a lot of sharing there. So you all need to be checking out the comments. Afterwards, the ECC team can check out and see what's going on there. Some parents and practitioners are sharing over here, right? An experience to remember indeed, Simone. All right. So let's continue the discussion. All right, Teresa, based on what you're sharing, it seems as if the Bahamas doesn't have anything close to PDI. Is that so? You're muted.
Sorry. Of course, we do have some professional development going on. It's ongoing, right?
Okay.
You know, I like new things. I like new things. I get bored quick. I'm the overgrown preschooler. So we
Okay.
have scheduled weekly virtual sessions when we were virtual every Thursday, where teachers would come and we would discuss various topics or just time to talk. You know, as we were saying earlier today in when I was a panelist, sometimes teachers just have to vent. So we have weekly professional development going on with different topics. What we see that's relevant, the education officers would put together planning, we plan professional development, whatever area is relevant. Okay.
Okay.
Also, we have something like a PDI the first week in July every year. based on the assessed needs of the teachers or what urgent matters would come up. So last year we implemented and we rolled out our new and improved curriculum. Yay! Okay, so I was a part of that, so I really enjoyed it. And
Awesome.
also, we have like mid semester, we have like 2 days of training right before the children go on midterm break or whatever, where
Right.
teachers would have some form of training going on, and this happens twice a year. And then finally, in-house, we have professional development in-house for 1 hour of each month, where the school administrator would put on professional development for teachers based on the needs of teachers so we could catch things and nip things in the bud. So we got some good things going on here in
Okay.
the Bahamas. And STEM is big, stream is big, um, 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 the project and thematic approach is big. Okay, so this year we're gonna focus on our professional development. In fact, I'm planning now. So Nicole, get ready for a call from me. We're working on special needs. Okay, because a lot
Right.
of children are coming to school with a lot of special needs, autism, and it's inclusion now. And so
That's right.
we're going to give our teachers strategies and coping mechanism of how to deal with special needs students.
Indeed. How long has the partnership been going on between Early Childhood Commission Jamaica and the Bahamas?
Well, Nicole, Leisha said I took you from her. So, so I just came into play for 2 years. I just became an education officer for 2 years. But Mrs. Morrow says she knows you from when you went to Peru. Eh?
Yes,
Yeah.
we
So
work together.
Nicole officially adopted me last year.
Okay.
So, 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 so,
All right.
yeah.
Fantastic. And how has the partnership actually assisted in with teacher development in Bahamas?
What I particularly like was I was able to take some of the strategies that you implemented and and just share with some of my teachers counterparts. Also, what I particularly like was we're in the process of implementing Bahamas Early Childhood Commission. And so, yes, so I really like what I see with your commission. So it's something that we can model, okay? Nicole and her crew is going to help us set that up, okay? So that's what I really like about it.
Fantastic.
We
Why
will,
reinvent the wheel, right?
Hmm.
and we have the modeling Jamaica. We will definitely
That's it.
talk
And
because
also,
that's
what I
one
want,
of our.
okay, also I wanted to say was what we really liked was your 3 year track for training. I think you'll do um, 3 different tracks for beginning teachers, and at the end they get certification. So that's another thing we really like. Mrs. Burrows and I were discussing it today, and that's another one I think we're gonna, just add to what we're doing here because normally when we do professional development, it's basically for everyone, regardless of your level of entry or whatever, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
So we will more gear it to you more tailor made it, make it for our teachers.
Okay. All right. Team ECC Jamaica, you are going on with some awesome things, and we are welcome the Bahamas on board. The partnership, that's what partnership is about, to strengthen each other, right? So we are happy that you are able to take back some things to implement to improve the system there in the Bahamas. Amazing. All right. So Nicole and I are going to have a little chit chat, and then we're going to bring you all back in to the space for some additional discussion on the PDI 2022. So you'll be right back. So let's get Nicole back here. All right, Nicole. So talk to me now. What has the attendance been like? Was there an
Wow.
increase over the period or?
Yes, they are. Compared to last year, little, because last year the teachers were actually at home. the attendance is a little bit lower, but the views are increasing because the teachers come home, they know about the PDI. We have been
Yes.
tweeting, they're aware, so they come home and watch. So that is it. That's just great.
Yes.
We have for the 2 days we had 16,000 Monday and Tuesday, and then between Wednesday and Thursday we had 20,000 views. So based on the
Yeah.
earlier countings, so if you had 16 and
Yes.
20, that's how much?
And
36,000
thousands.
views. So it
And
is
yes.
impressive.
And it's not just Jamaica.
Not at all, not at
Not
all.
just
And
Jamaica.
I'm telling
Wow.
you, our presenters are all over the world. From
Amazing.
Africa, and it's Canada, the US, the diaspora. I must commend the partners. Chase Funds have been with us ever since 2019. So I must commend them for the partnership and the funding. And
Amazing.
then Barita Foundation. Yes, we have our awards and ceremony and awards and recognition. We can't do it without the partners and the JD Tan. And remember, Lori told you about them.
Yes. Yes.
Um, they provided the experts, they provide that support, that technology. Imagine streaming all 7 tracks all at once, concurrent. It is
Wow.
impressive, and I am really proud of our team. They did well, the IT team, every single person, the planners, the development officers, the entire ECC, the field
Yeah.
staff in promotion. It has been fantastic. And the face to face, we love it. The virtual, we I must say, in 2019 we actually started adding virtual to it because Moses
Okay.
Abira was the first person from Africa to actually zoom in to participate. So this is
Wow.
not because of COVID we started this virtual thing. We actually started
Yes.
because we have a vision and it's huge. So we're
Amazing.
taking it
Yes.
step by step.
That's
And
it.
we're
Just like
really,
early childhood development, baby steps until you get there and start making those
definitely,
big strides, right?
and lifelong learning for teachers because teacher quality is important. Professional development. We want the teachers to start learning more, practicing, implementing the practice because what we think
Right.
about the child.
That's right. Right. Karine said something here that's really crucial. Having a track centered on parenting in a professional development setting speaks volume. This integrated approach is transformational. Parents feel valued and respected. Wow, that's powerful, Karine. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Very important. That's 360-degree approach, putting the parent right there in the mix so they know what's going on. They're able to get the additional guidance and they understand what to expect. It's really
Mhm.
powerful indeed. All right. Big up.
May I also add, I must tell you, the ECC has been trending ever since PDI started. We have been trending with any event that we have, but PDI, we have been trending because the focus early childhood is very important. The foundation is important. Everyone needs to know this.
Extremely
And
important.
ECC is making a difference.
All right.
We consider our teachers.
Nicole,
Yes.
some of our viewers don't understand what you're talking about trending.
Yeah, okay.
It took
On
me a little
Twitter.
while when I saw that message pop up. It took me a little while. Trending. Oh, Twitter.
Yes, definitely on Twitter. People talking about we have our communications team, our field staff out there talking about what is happening because we want to spread the news, the importance of early childhood. Because the
Yes.
big things are happening at ECC,
Oh,
and bigger things
yes.
will be happening. And the
Indeed.
teachers are our focus and are definitely our children and our parents, all the other EC stakeholders.
Indeed. And that's what happens, when you get wind of good news, good information, you really ought to share it. Don't keep it to yourself. And that's what has been happening. That's what trending means. You get the good information and you don't keep it, you pass it on, right? So they can
Well,
make room to receive more. The gift that keeps on giving.
yeah, we can't keep this rich information with us. Not at all. We
Not
have to
at
spread the
all.
news.
Indeed. Right. So share with us some information on because with 130, you said, presenters, right?
Yes, over 130
130.
presenters. So
So you're gonna
it's
have to
just
give me some highlights of the key areas of expertise now, because I can't go through all of them.
not at all. We have persons in the Planning Institute. We have curriculum support experts. We have special needs experts. We have infants and toddlers expert. We just everything that we advocacy. Rosalie Gage Gray. I don't even want to single out the presenters because I don't want to miss out. I can't call 130, but
Okay,
the expert areas, it
Rosalie,
is for
sorry,
child
before you
development.
move on, Rosalie Gage Gray, that's the ED for CPFSA, the
CPFSA,
Child Protection
yes,
and Family
definitely.
Services Agency. All
Definitely.
right.
See, I don't even
Okay.
want to call out because there are many other persons.
Okay.
And it is, we have special needs. We have the arts, the STEM.
Yeah.
And no, it's just so fantastic. But I said we think about the entire child, the cognitive development, the physical development. We think about the entire child, socio-emotional. And let me see, I hope I don't forget, but I know my team members are on, and I
I
see
know, and
Leisha, and they will
usually
help
good
me.
teamwork.
Yes, teamwork
Yes.
and leadership too, because we definitely need those experts to share the experiences.
Right. Amazing. And that's the cue to bring on back Teresa and Rochelle. And you're going to share with us which of those area of expertise you shared on in PDI 2022. Rochelle, which of those areas?
All right, great. So I was brought on last year and had the privilege as well this year. So I shared in a plenary, and the focus of that plenary session was on track 4, transition. And the topic of discussion was entering daycare, why it's good to prepare for the transition. And so, pretty much, an expert, yes, in early childhood because of my studies, but also an expert because of being a mommy. So, so my sharing in that session was twofold, and as I now call myself, the mom researcher, the mom teacher, right? And so during that discussion, there were a number of persons who were very just excited and had lots of important information to share. And it was just such a rich discussion. From that discussion, we highlighted and recognized the importance of parents being in the know when it comes on to the daycare, and that daycare providers need to communicate, an essential part of the transition process. We highlighted that in our discourse. We recognized how important it was for caregivers to be prepared, and not just prepared physically by material resource, but also mentally. That was very crucial in the discussion. And yes, being prepared, but also having that sense of flexibility. It was just such an excellent discussion. We could go on and on and on. We spoke about how important it is for practitioners to be reflective in their practice. And so, one may ask, when we think of transition and transitioning into a daycare setting, is it that the more experienced practitioner finds it easier, or the new practitioner finds it a little more challenging? Not necessarily the case. If you've had the experience and have not reflected on the experience, then the experience has been wasted. And it goes far beyond just transitioning, just overall this PDI. If different participants log on, and I speak for myself because I've attended a few sessions, and if it is just going through the airs and there's no reflection, thinking about, okay, what have I been doing? How can I improve on my practice? You know, Winsome, I always share and say to my students, I see teaching as an art and a science. It's an
Oh,
art because you have the ability to be creative. And I said creative, I don't mean drawing. Hello.
no.
Right? And they're like,
Yes.
I can't draw. Yes, be creative. Be creative in your delivery. Be creative in your approach. It's a science because you are constantly retesting and testing. You know, so here you've visited the virtual PDI. What have you taken away? How are you going to improve on your practice? Right? So it was just such a rich discussion, and I could go on and on. And I know we don't have time, so I'll just stop.
I feel
Yeah.
the passion, for when so many passionate people get into one space.
Mhm.
All right, but let's bring in Teresa so she can share which track. But before Teresa comes in, I'm sure. So yes, uh, we have welcome to all the viewers who are tuned in live or watching the replay from Bahamas. Happy to be a part. Inspiration NP. This is Leisure Burrows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. Thank you for joining us, Teresa. So you have some Bahamians in the house. So
That's
you're
my
not
good
alone in
boss.
this virtual space. Okay.
That's my good boss.
So share with us which session did you lead out on?
Okay, Rochelle, I was a part of your session. It was really, really good. Really,
Ah,
really good. I really got some good nuggets from you. Well, I had the privilege of being into two sessions. One was streaming with the four C's, which was a plenary session that I facilitated.
mm-hmm.
And in that session, we discussed preschool science. We discussed the difference between STEM, and STREAM, the history of that, and its importance and its benefits to teachers, the education community, and our students. Also, we discussed the importance of incorporating the four C's, which are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and all communication in the daily planning of activities. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
also gave the audience various different strategies incorporating the four C's and stream education into the various developmental areas of the curriculum. Finally, I have two little mentees. I have some teachers out there. I just say, let's try this, and let's try it. So
Okay.
I have a pack. So I had two fellow OAS fellows, I-10 fellows, Deandra Methodol and Alexis Ferguson. They were actually recorded a lesson for me that incorporated stream and various different strategies. Okay. And so the
Okay.
viewers got that in the link, and they got the whole lesson plan charade to go with it. And that lesson was on the weather, and the viewers were able to see how we can incorporate the four C's in our science lessons and stream into it. And they conducted experiments, they did DIYs, all of those things. And also they showed how they discussed the five E's. They discussed how you can implement various um, strategies, and also they showed in the lesson how you can differentiate in your teaching. You don't teach one for all. You have to
Right.
tailor your lesson to the various abilities of the students in the classroom. And then finally, my lively and provocative session today, where I was a panelist. Listen here, we had a blast. We had a blast. Imagine like three other people that's like me, so that was high pack energy. So it was lively. Miss Laura, Dr. Lauren, she took the cake. It was lively. It was a chattery session with novice persons in the field of early childhood development. We discussed the meaning of STEM education, yes, and the differences. And we shared experiences and strategies for teaching STEM in the classroom. Okay. We also even gave helpful nuggets for educators in the audience, in the chat, who had little issues. And so I shared something. I tell people when people see me come in, they say, Teresa, what you want? because they were saying one of the problems that they're facing is that they don't have adequate resources. That's a cry all over. That's a universal cry.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Um, to facilitate learning in the classroom. So I tell them become just a professional beggar. So we gave them nuggets as to um who to go to, the church people, the family, the community, the Rotarians, the Kiwanis persons, to help with their program. So it
Right.
was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Amazing, amazing. And even Hunter saying she's so proud of you for representing the Bahamas.
Thank you.
Way to go. Amazing, really great stuff. Oh Lord, the excitement. All right. And as usual, the excitement is just so oh good. We're gonna keep going. So let's bring in Shireen. Reminding you, if you joined us after the introduction, Shireen is the teacher in our mix, and she was sharing passionately about how excited she was to be at PDI 2022. This is not her first time at PDI, and I'm seeing in the comments track 4 up, track 3, some saying track 1. ECC team, you're gonna do some tallying and see which of the tracks is trending in the comment section. All right, so let's talk about takeaways because, as Rochelle shared earlier, yes, you go in and you're all excited, but when you leave, what are you taking with you to implement in the classroom, at home as parents? We don't have any parents here, but if you have parents that are online, we're at PDI 2022, do share what our takeaways are in the chat. All right. Yvonne Unto. Ah, that's your sister. Welcome, sister. All right. All right. So let's start with Shireen. Shireen, what's your takeaway as a teacher? What are you taking with you in addition to what you mentioned earlier?
Okay, yes, miss. So I will be taking away where I deal with my colleagues and how we work together as a group, as a corporation, as a unit in order to get the best out of our children. I will be taking that away. I've learned so much, and the two of the presenters that I was on their tracks are here. And when I came on and I saw them, I said I started to smile inside. I didn't want to smile too much. So you did well, and I listened and I took notes, and I will be implementing a lot of what you have said in my classroom. Also, how I deal with the children, and how we as a unit, as a group of teachers, really come together, collaborate with other entities, other schools, to give the children all that they need, and work with them. As one of our presenters said earlier, each of them have their different ways of learning, and so we can't just judge all of them one way. Spend time to know them, spend time to get to understand each child, and put their learning skills into our curriculum so that they can be the best men and women of tomorrow that we can possibly
Wow. Very powerful. Very powerful, Shireen. Thank you for that. And we are looking forward to hearing great things. We probably should have Shireen back on towards the end of the year of early childhood development to check in to see what's going on. All right. We're going to have one of those sessions. Rochelle, what are you taking away as a parent?
As a parent, wow. Um, I sat in one of the presentations, and the focus was, I'm not remembering the exact topic, but it was on art, process art, and I know she said, let's get messy. It was an absolutely amazing session. And one of the profound quotes that she shared was, art is not a thing, it is a way.
Mhm.
And as a parent, I have a box here, and
Mhm.
the box has just loose materials, all types and sorts of materials. And so it has propelled me to continue to encourage my daughter, right, to learn art in a process oriented manner. If I go into the whole depth and breadth of that presentation, we won't be finished for today. But what was important from that presentation was the need to see art not so much as the product but as the process. And so we should celebrate children as they are engaged in the art process. They're building critical thinking skills, right? So as a parent, it has propelled me to continue. I've been doing it to continue
Right.
provide a variety of materials for my daughter because I absolutely value art and see where it has numerous learning benefits for children.
Amazing. Love that. Thank you for sharing. And Karine is reminding us that that's from presenter Natalia Williams. Thank you, Karine. Karine was taking copious notes. Or copious. That's the word. Copious. Got it. Teresa, what are you taking away other than all those good stuff that you're gonna?
Ooh, what I want to take away for it, two things. The importance of good quality teaching and the effect that it will have on developing 21st century learners. That's most important. The importance
Yes.
of good quality teaching and also collaboration. And when you talk about collaboration of teachers because that's one of the nuggets that we shared with
Right.
the teachers today. So when there was, I guess, a little distressing, and we were telling them, "Hey, come on, let's go. We you have to work smart, and if you got to collaborate, you got to work with the teacher in the next zone or which other parishes, right? In other schools, collaborate. Collaborate. If you don't know how to teach something, ask another teacher who's good at it. I told him I didn't know how to teach social emotional development well, as good as a teacher as I thought I was, but my aide was good at it. So I collaborated with her and I cut paper while she taught the lesson. And so collaboration, collaborate with your parents also. That would
Yes.
ease the burden so much, especially with classroom management, collaborating with the parents and collaborating with other persons in the region because guess what? We share so much together and we share a rich education system together and together, teamwork, we can accomplish so much more. We
Indeed.
can be a beacon of light in the early childhood sector in this part of the world.
Indeed. Very powerful takeaways. All right, Nicole. And as you mentioned, collaboration, it's really an awesome stuff because guess what? For those who will be joining PDI tomorrow, May 20th, for the closing out, I have the honor of being one of the moderators on PDI.
Um,
That's the power of collaboration, right?
mm,
Thanks to Team ECC. Yes, I'm beginning to feel like really a part of the ECC family. Thanks for reaching out, Team ECC. It's my pleasure to support you
Indeed.
as we continue to nurture these young minds. All right, Nicole, you have the final share. You all have started planning
I
for next year. Are you planning to
definitely we have started
adult?
planning for the next PDI.
Yes.
Indeed, indeed. And I said it's going to be better. It felt really good. How Shireen spoke, I could identify the different tracks, and that's the intent. That's how relevant we want our program to be. And I must say, the Rochelle spoke about the let's get messy. It was two officers, field staff, Natalia and Val Marie, who presented, and I must commend them because they know they go out in the field, they do their research, They present from an informed point of view. So, they know what the teachers need and how best they can support them. And we'll definitely continue the collaboration with Bahamas, with the other regions, indeed, with continuation with our presenters. We have the experts, we have them here, and we want to focus on our teacher, creating that teacher quality, that professional, effective professional development, because we don't want to stop here. We want to continue. Just as how we presented on the PDI report 2021, what has the ECC done after PDI 2021? We don't just want to leave it there. We want to continue. And that's our intent. We see the vision, we have the vision, we just want to implement. And goes back to our topic, to our theme, innovation from practice, from vision to
Vision to
practice. So
practice. Okay.
definitely everything is connected. Serenity Resource Connector, collaboration with our expert, collaboration with our participants, our parents. And again, I must say thanks to the entire ECC team for creating and making this PDI, annual PDI, so effective. And hear what Shireen said, and I must applaud all the participants so far. And I anticipate many others rewatching the different sessions.
Indeed. All
And
right.
guess what? PDI is not finished. We have the final day tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
hey, you better start early, 9 o'clock. Definitely, we have 2 plenary sessions. And then we have our closing ceremony. Last year was hype. So, can you imagine this year? Come on, everyone.
I'm here
Encourage
for
them to participate.
it. Amazing. All right. Shireen, you're getting kudos in the chat. Keisha Douglas says she's so proud of you. Yes. All right. A community. Yes. Yes, indeed, Millicent. It takes a community to raise and to grow a child. Yes. All right. This is always such an awesome, but each week, really good. But I usually say I feel like a child again each time I come on to the year of early childhood development. Yeah, Shireen, so I can relate when you say you feel like a child in a candy store. So many good stuff, and I love what's happening. Team ECC, what's going on, taking into consideration not just the child, but the parent, the practitioners, teachers, and bringing in the experts to come in and to share so that they can empower teachers as well as parents so that we can grow our children. Closing ceremony last year took me out of my seat. All right. All right. No pressure. All right. Amazing stuff. Thank you all again. Thank you all for tuning in. And you want to tune in next week again. It's going to be fourth Thursday. And we have another collaboration going on with the Clarendon Municipal Corporation. We are going to be continuing the dialogue on local governance and development. And we are going to be having our mayor on as well as another member of the administrative team to come and share with us what's taking place at the municipal corporation, what they're doing, how you can be a part of what's happening so you can understand how the municipal operates and how you can get access to services there. And if you have concerns, questions, that's the forum to ask them and get your answers. We're already seeing results. Last month's program, questions were asked, and by the following day, I got feedback to say, oh, and now I know exactly where to go to access X service. So thank you all for tuning in. Continue to share the information. Remember, when we get good stuff, good information, we don't keep it, we share it. We release so we can make room for more good stuff to come in. Thank you again for tuning in to the Serenity Resource Connector. Another awesome discussion. Thanks to the ECC team. Thanks, Teresa, for tuning in all the way from the Bahamas. Rochelle, Shireen, and all our live viewers, as well as those who are watching this replay. Thank you for tuning in. You continue to stay with us. We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a different conversation. Now we have several series coming up. We have for first Thursdays, Culture Corner with JCDC. On second Thursday, we're going to be having the JCF Clarendon Division that's going to be sharing how they're serving the community, how you can access the services from the police in your area. We have on third Thursday the year of early childhood development, and on fourth Thursdays local governance and development with the Clarendon Municipal Corporation. Thank you again. Continue to stay with us, and we'll see you next time. Have a great one. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Well done, ECC.